In the aftermath of World War I, many of Europe's monarchies fell. As a result, King George V of England declared that his children didn't have to marry foreign royals, as royals had been doing for many centuries. But his son, the Duke of Kent, married a foreign royal anyway. She was one of the last foreign royals to marry into the British royal family before the era of grand and glamorous royalty began to seem like a bygone one. Marina of Greece and Denmark was born on December 13, 1906, in Athens, Greece. She was the daughter of Prince Nicholas of Greece and Denmark, a younger son of the King of Greece, and a grandson of King Christian IX of Denmark, and Grand Duchess Elena Vladimirovna of Russia, the granddaughter of Tsar Alexander II of Russia. She had two older siblings, Olga and Elizabeth. Olga married Prince Paul of Yugoslavia, who became regent of Yugoslavia during the minority of King Peter II. Elizabeth married the great-grandson of King Miguel of Portugal, who was also the nephew of the famous Empress Sissi. The sisters were first cousins of Prince Philip, and Marina would also become his aunt by marriage. Marina and her sisters were raised to be very religious young women. The family would travel often and visited her mother's native Russia very much. Marina visited Britain for the first time in 1910. Her future mother-in-law, Queen Mary, adored Marina and her sisters and treated them like her own children. The princess was raised by an English government and could speak the language in an attractive foreign accent. She learned painting and dressmaking, and Marina would later be known as a great dresser. When the Greek monarchy was overthrown in 1917, Marina's family was forced into exile. They stayed in Switzerland for a few years, then moved to Paris. The family wasn't doing too well financially. In 1932, Marina met her future husband, George, the Duke of Kent, in London while she was visiting. George was rumored to be homosexual and a drug addict, but he and Marina liked each other very much, and they were engaged in August of 1934. On November 29, 1934, they married in a grand ceremony in Westminster Abbey. The ceremony was the first royal wedding to be broadcast by wireless, and the control room was located underneath the unknown warrior's tomb. The glamorous bride was dressed in a beautiful wedding dress made from white lace and silver brocade. Her bridesmaids included her first cousin once removed, the future Queen Juliana of the Netherlands, and her husband's niece, who would also become her cousin by marriage, Queen Elizabeth II. The Royal School of Needlework, founded by George's great-aunt Helena, gifted the royal couple a quilt. She and her mother-in-law, Queen Mary, became quite close. While Marina's husband was away performing his royal duties, Marina became a patron of the Women's Hospital Fund and the Central School of Speech and Drama. She and George were very popular with the public, and they had 3 children. All of them are alive today: Prince Edward, now Duke of Kent, Princess Alexandra, and Prince Michael. 6 weeks after the birth of Michael, George was killed when his plane crashed in Scotland. It is suspected that George may have been murdered, and the plane crash may just have been a conveniently planned accident. After George's death, Marina continued to be an active member of the British royal family. During World War II, she trained as a nurse under the pseudonym Sister K and joined the Civil Nurse Reserve. She represented Queen Elizabeth II at the celebrations of the Gold Coast's independence from Britain. Marina also represented the Queen at the celebrations of Botswana's independence, and a hospital in the country's capital is named Princess Marina Hospital in her honor. Marina also earned a place in the International Best Dressed Hall of Fame. She died at Kensington Palace on August 27, 1968, of a brain tumor at the age of 61. Marina was laid to rest in the Royal Burial Ground at Frogmore. The Times wrote that she was a very loyal friend and a delightful companion, always full of interest and humor, with natural dignity but no self-consciousness of her rank.